And
well, you sound better than you've ever sounded then.
Even betterer, huh? Okay.
Even better.
Yeah. Good. Okay. Well, it looks like everything is going live on YouTube and Facebook and everything. So the idea tonight is that we will have some time just to talk together about what it's been like in COVID and share some music. So I'm going to start by playing the opening credits. So if you turn off your cameras for now, and I'll tell you when to turn them back on, okay?
You want us to mute too?
Yes, please do that. And there we go. Okay. And I will turn off mine. All right. Oops, that's the wrong one. Hold on. That's the right one, I think. Okay, so by the way, if you're joining us for the first time, my name is Eric Edberg. I'm the founding artistic director of the Greencastle Summer Music Festival, which morphed into the Greencastle Virtual Music Festival. Our shutdown happened just over a year ago, and about half a year into the shutdown, we kind of couldn't stand it anymore and started having gatherings on Wednesday nights where we'd watch usually a pre-recorded program and have a Zoom watch party and discussion after. Well, tonight is our 26th weekly performance in the Greencastle Virtual Music Festival. It's been half a year. And what we have been able to do since we started is to have good quality sound and video, at least pretty good quality video on Zoom. So I've got a studio microphone attached to my computer. We had such a great time last week with Mark and Maggie O'Connor, who've been doing concerts from their living room with a great setup. So I was inspired to, well, let's have a concert actually live from my living room, and I'll play a piece on the cello, and then I'll play some really cool things that I found on the web, on YouTube, with the musicians from the Indianapolis Symphony and the Fort Wayne Philharmonic and DePaul and the Juilliard School have done. And we'll just have a kind of conversation as we go. So I'm going to take off my headphones. If for some reason you can't hear me, you can hear me, right? I'm going to take off my headphones. I'm going to play the Allemande from J.S. Bach's Suite Number 6 in D major. It's one of my favorite pieces, and it's been one of my COVID projects where I've relearned all 6 movements of that Bach suite. So here is this very reflective, I think it's just perfect kind of music for a lovely spring evening. Allemande in D major by J.S. Bach. Well, feel free to turn on your camera and your microphone now, and let's chat a bit. I'm interested to know.
Switch off here.
Oh, you got some echo going there, Bill. Interested to know, what did you see? What did you feel while you were listening to that piece?
An extreme amount of passion coming from you. It was really wonderful.
It's thank you, David. It's a really beautiful piece, isn't it?
It is.
And I've been working on it on and off for a year, just kind of relearning and kind of making it part of me. So it's not a piece I'd played a lot in my professional life so far. So tonight, what I really want to do is to celebrate how creativity has happened during this time of COVID. One thing that I want to celebrate at half a year, 6 months of Greencastle Virtual Music Festival concerts every week, starting back in October, and this possibility for you and I to connect with each other, even when we're in different parts of the world or different parts of the city. I know we've got my friend Dave is here. If DFCO is Dave Kahn, he's in Pasadena, Maryland, which is outside of Baltimore, and many of us are here in Greencastle, and it's really given us a way to connect together. I'm going to find the next thing to play here, and what do I want? Where are the DePaul people? Hold on just a second. Well, I tell you what, while I'm looking for the DePaul people, here's a really delightful thing that the musicians of the Fort Wayne Philharmonic did recently. I think they did it for their April Fool's concert. And some of you may know that there's a symphony by Haydn. Okay, everything is disappearing on here. It's a new little bit of learning as we do this. So let me look here, window. There we go. And what we want to do is there. So this is the musicians of the Fort Wayne Philharmonic all recording themselves from their home and playing the slow movement of Haydn's so-called Surprise Symphony. And I think they released this just a little while ago for April Fool's Day. The idea was that the person for whom the symphony was first played tended to doze off during concerts. So the music would get very quiet and then be a loud chord to wake him up. So these people are just fabulous musicians. And they've been out of work all year and not been paid. So one of the things that we're going to do tonight is make a donation to the musicians of the Fort Wayne Philharmonic. So enjoy their artistry now, and I'll see you in about 4 minutes or so. And here we go. And please go ahead and turn off your camera and especially mute yourself. And here we go.
No sound.
I muted, but it should only be us.
So that featured the musicians of the Fort Wayne Philharmonic. And I hope everybody can hear me now and was able to hear the music. I thought that was just a delightful video that they put together, and that the audio engineering for that and also the principal cello playing was with Andre Gaskins, who is my successor as the cello professor at DePauw. So if anybody has any comments on that, I'd love to hear them, and then I will cue up the next piece for tonight.
the thing that really impresses me is there are so many really wonderful orchestras in Indiana. I'm a member of the South Bend Symphony, and they're just spectacular. And I had never heard the Fort Wayne Symphony before, and they're just wonderful as well.
Yeah, that was really, really something, wasn't it?
The ladies' hats are particularly impressive.
That's really good. Okay, I want to find the Indianapolis. I must have accidentally closed some of my windows, so I am going to. So this is a learning experience. But while I figure this out, let's watch something completely different. This is from very early in the. Here we go. This is from very early. Just about a year ago, and students and faculty at the Juilliard School in New York, including, you'll see a few very famous people in here, put together a version of Ravels Bolero with music and dance, with everybody doing stuff from many, 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 many places, and it's quite delightful. It takes a little over 9 minutes, so we will enjoy Ravels Bolero, and then I will be back with you. And, oops. We got to put it at the beginning. Here we go.
this is really a day in the life of being an artist and a student and a human in this pandemic.
You! Read! Okay, good.
I don't know if anybody's actually tried this in Zoom in real time. That will actually blow Zoom offline.
Unaccepted.
13, 14, 15, 16, Waverly, go. Waverly, what's your number?
4.
I may have broken a water glass, so I gotta.
My last big thank you is to all of you students. You are inspiring. We're making magic.
Well, I thought that was really cool.
And
It
I
was
thought that
really
was really
fun.
cool. And I'm going to jump in and talk a little bit so that my dad can open up the next videos, which he accidentally closed.
That's great. And
But David,
Colin,
it sounded like you were going to say something.
we're now international with you here, so that's good.
Yes. Hello. Welcome to my home in Mexico.
That was just a really interesting interpretation. You know, Ravel was the master orchestrator. And to see Bolero interpreted like that was really fun.
A truly modern interpretation, right, could only be made of this moment.
Exactly. I kept thinking, I wonder if Maurice Ravel is watching right now. If he is, what does he think?
I was having this reaction when watching it of like, this seems to be the most well captured expression of this moment of that challenge of how do we create connection and facilitate creativity when we're all so physically separated. And I loved this sense of play, right? And silliness inside this incredible technique and professionalism, right? It's not something thrown together, but very well curated and choreographed, but still so silly.
Oh yeah, there, especially as it went on, a real sense of joy sort of starts to explode in the video. It's just really fun.
Yeah, well, it was me. I kind of wanted to, since this is, having spoken to my dad before this, like the idea is to then have this connection while we watch these pieces. It was making me think of moments during the pandemic where I've had that same kind of connection with people on Zoom, or the hilarity of it all and the joy of it. And I was going to pose that question to the group. Have there been moments in the pandemic where you've had these kinds of connection that will only have existed this past year? I was thinking of my grandmother's 85th birthday. We tried to throw her a surprise party on Zoom with varying degrees of success. And then we tried to sing happy birthday. So we each took a word of it, but my grandpa didn't know that. So he was trying to conduct us all and sing along. And it was just like such a wonderful, unique disaster and intention of love in this very specific moment of history. But I wanted to see if anyone else had more moments like that. But maybe he's ready with the next links and I can stop vamping.
I am, but I would love, well, I don't know. But Colin, what have been some of the creative things that you've done during COVID?
Well, I have been teaching middle school drama on Zoom this year, which has been a unique challenge. It's my first year teaching at a school and with this age group consistently, and to do it online has been weird and tricky, but figuring out how do we still use our space, right? How do we play with that? And then I did a live play on YouTube with some people that I'd done a play with in New York. And that was amazing because, everyone has these slight delays and your entrances are like the order that you turn your video on Zoom. So it's just learning a new language for how to still craft a scene live.
I bet middle school students are really receptive to doing that on Zoom.
I think so. I think they're young enough where they can still play and be really goofy, but old enough to kind of roll with the punches a little bit. more?
Sure.
Colin, I just wanted
Yes.
hello, this is Carol.
Hi.
Hi. I just wanted to say that as they were doing the improv, I didn't see you were on here, but I thought of you. I thought, oh, because your dad, I thought this looks like something Colin would love to do.
I was
Like
thinking that
dance.
watching it. I'm like, I want to be in this. This is
I
great.
know. I thought this looks just like you. It's wonderful to see you, by the way.
It's
But
great to see your
loved
name.
I loved it wasn't really improvisation but it was so interpretive, or I don't know. It was so fun just to watch the different interpretations of, and then sometimes they were like 3 or 4 of them doing something together. And sometimes it was like they were all doing something different. And then they had to search really low to get a cello player, I noticed too, Eric.
Yes, they were scraping the bottom of the barrel there, weren't they?
Off-brand cellists.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's listen to some more music, and this is a
No,
short...
I'm not done talking. I'm kidding. Yes.
Very good. Okay, well, this is a short excerpt. Here, let me share the screen. All right, and let's make sure that we have this. All right, are we all seeing the musicians of the Indianapolis Symphony? Yes, okay, very good. Okay, so this is an excerpt from the slow movement of the Dvorak New World Symphony. And it's I think it's the very first thing that the musicians of the Indianapolis Symphony put together. And it features this beautiful, beautiful English horn solo that is so famous. And this melody was inspired by spirituals. And it actually got turned into a spiritual with words added to it called Going Home. And one of Dvorak's composer proteges, African-American musician whose last name is escaping me right now, actually did a setting of it and put words to it. And so it's kind of entered our culture. So here are our friends from Indianapolis who also have been out of work all year. We're also sending a donation to the musicians of the Indianapolis Symphony Orchestra with this excerpt of the opening melody of Dvorak's New World Symphony. Well, that was really, really lovely and very touching. I love that melody, and they played that so beautifully, just so beautifully. Well, I think we can change up our energy a little bit. And one of my, whoops, that's the wrong button. Share screen, Eric. Okay, and now I'm going to find I now know that you need two people to do this. One person to be queuing the things up if you do it live, and one person to be the DJ person. I'm going to play, let me find, okay, quick time. Cullen, can you talk some more while I find this? This is a bigger challenge than I anticipated.
Yeah, right. Well, I can ask, I want to go back to that question. Has anyone else had moments during this pandemic where they've found unique expressions of connection? How about that? Or any other thoughts from people? Or is everyone just so relaxed by that last piece? It was very soothing.
It's profound beauty. There's no question about it.
Yeah, just really extraordinary. Okay, I found what I was looking for, which is our series, the Greencastle Virtual Music Festival, which, of course, is the kind of child of, or, transformed version of the Greencastle Summer Music Festival. All the music that we've recorded, especially for this, we've done at Gobin Church. And what we've been doing lit a spark, and Bobby Lancaster, our wonderful friend and neighbor here in Greencastle, is such a wonderful singer-songwriter herself. She got inspired to start a virtual series for residents of the Mill Pond Health Campus, and maybe that Mill Pond approached her. I'm not quite sure what the origin story of that is, but anyway. Started out with some funding, and then from Mill Pond, then got some funding from the Putnam County Community Foundation, and now a grant from the United Way. And so this is, we're going to listen to the opening of a very recent episode of that. And these are all available on YouTube. And also, I think very soon they're going to start to be played on the local cable access Channel 3 here in Putnam County, Indiana, along with our programs. And hopefully that will start, if not tomorrow night, Thursday at 8 p.m. Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8 p.m. are going to be a regular time block for the Greencastle Virtual Music Festival on Channel 3, and also Saturdays and Sundays at 2 o'clock. And I'll be making an announcement about that. But anyway, we're going to play just the opening credits and Bobby's introduction, because where she speaks from is, very much where I think we're coming from in doing this. And then we'll hear the first song played by Brittany Brumfeld, who many of us know, who she grew up in Cloverdale. I've known her since she was a little girl, and then when she was a music major at DePauw years ago. And so it's great to have her with us. So let me mute.
Welcome back to another episode of the Sunnyside Concert Series. I'm Bobby Lancaster, coming to you from the beautiful sanctuary of Gobin Church. Gobin Church has been such a wonderful support in the Sunnyside Concert Series. In fact, they've taken it on as an official ministry of the church. So because of Gobin and their support, we're able to continue to bring these concerts to you week after week. And because so many people love you and so many people miss this opportunity to connect with you, we've seen support from lots of other places, including the DePauw University community, especially Eric Edberg and his Greencastle Virtual Music Festival. They have been such a great partner and such a wonderful support, and they love you very much. We've also received some grant funding from the Putnam County Community Foundation, and we have some other things in the works that I'll be able to share with you very soon, but it's just been overwhelming to me to see how many people want to be involved with this project. And it's not because of me or even the project, friends. It's because of you. You are remembered, you are missed, and you are loved. This week we have another special treat. Brittany Brumfeld is with us this week, sharing her music. Now, Brittany grew up in Cloverdale, Indiana, so just right around the corner from us here in Greencastle. She went to DePaul University and studied music, and since then, her and her piano have traveled the world on cruise ships and in lots of different avenues and entertainment venues. Brittany has been everywhere, and she is a great entertainer. So I hope you really enjoy our friend and our neighbor, Brittany Brumfeld.
Are we good? We're good to go? Okay, cool. Hello, hello, hello. My name is Brittany. They call me the Piano Babe, and I'm here to play some music for you guys tonight. I hope you're having a great night. We're going to start out with the 1950s. Good music, good time. Let's do this. Down in Louisiana, past New Orleans, way back up in the woods among the evergreens, there lived a log cabin made of earth and wood. They said a country boy named Johnny Be Good. He never ever learned to read or write so well, but he could play the guitar just like I'm singing a bell. Go, 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 Johnny, go, 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 Johnny, go, 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 Johnny, go, 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 Johnny, go, go, go. Sing it if you know it. Johnny Be Good. He used to carry his guitar in a gunny sack and sit beneath the tree around the railroad track. The engineer would see him sitting in the shade, strumming with the rhythm that the drivers made. The people passing by, they would stop and stare, say, boy, that project boy could play. Go, 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 Johnny, 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 go, 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 Johnny Be Good. People coming round, they were miles around. You hear you play the music when the sun go down. Maybe someday your life will be in light. Say, Johnny, be good tonight. Go, 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 go. Go, Johnny, 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 go, go, go. Johnny, be good. Ooh.
Unmute. There we go. I thought that was really fun. And you know what I love about it, as a example of Kovid creativity, is that this amazing sound engineering that was done there, probably by Parker Black for Gobin, and the two camera video and the way that it's synced together and the way all that was put together. That's all because of this pandemic lockdown that Brian Langdock, the pastor of Gobin, got really into filming things for the services, and after having some glitches with live streams, as we had with our initial live streams, and I've had a couple of glitches tonight, all part of being human, Gobin went to having their services totally recorded and then played as a live stream. And of course, that's what we've been doing. But that kind of videography and beautiful recording, and also having a virtual series for people at an assisted living center, and now those programs, of course, are available on YouTube, and we're going to have them on cable access to TV. That would not have happened without COVID. So I'm going to finish off with, and let me see if I have got what I'm looking for here. Another window. Here we go. Good. I've got it open. This is going to be the Kovid Cello Project. And some of you will remember that back in January, we had a performance by the Kovid Cello Project, which a wonderful guy down in Texas or Arizona, and his name's escaping me right now, got this idea to have, much like we saw with the Indianapolis Symphony, musicians of the Fort Wayne Philharmonic, people from the Juilliard School, to have cellists around the world record their own parts and assemble them into a big virtual cello orchestra. And this started a year ago with a relatively small band of cellists. We heard, I think, about 400 cellists playing the Barber Adagio for strings back in the winter. And just a few days ago, they released their latest project, which is an arrangement of the Saga of Harrison Crabfeathers, a kind of under-known tune. And this has 536 cellists from 47 different countries who received a backing track, received the music for a whole bunch of different parts, recorded themselves on their iPhone or on their computer or whatever, and then these were all assembled to make this just absolutely extraordinary ensemble piece. And this includes some solo improvisations in it. It takes about 10 minutes, so we're going to finish with that. And of course, we can talk afterwards. It's been great to have you with us. And as we're looking forward to starting in-person concerts again, which we're anticipating here in Greencastle is going to happen in June, first Wednesday in June at Gobin Church, thought at this half year of virtual concerts be a great time to celebrate the things that have happened that would not have happened without COVID. So here we go. And now I got to push the right button. There we go. Can you see that? And enjoy the Saga of Harrison Crabfeathers with 536 cellists.
You've just watched the 13th episode of the Kovid Cello Project. We're so glad that you joined us. Big thank you to, again, as always, to all of the cellists who participated in this project and in previous projects. Also, I should mention this is a lot of work and is entirely continuing only through donations. So if you feel moved to donate, please do. And finally, if you're a cellist and you'd like to join us for the next project, number 14, we hope that you do. All you have to do is visit covidcelloproject.com, click the link at the top of the page for cellists, and all the instructions are there. You can also send me an email anytime at covidcelloproject@gmail.com. My name is Tony, and I'm so thankful to be able to do this, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Hit this.
There we go. Okay, well, that's our show for tonight. It was great to have everybody with us. I can turn off my other self here. So we've had from Maryland to Mexico to Greencastle. So I don't know if anybody else is in another part of the country or world, but that was something.
That's great.
And how great to see our Cullen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so nice to see everyone's names.
I can't get her camera.
You can get on video.
Well, I try it and see what happens. It says I can't start my video because the host has stopped it.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Well, Lucy, let me figure out how to
Shut down.
How to
Lucy.
undo you. All right, here. There you go. Okay, you should be able to do it now.
There.
Right.
There we go.
There. Now
You know, I felt so bad last week. There was somebody during the Mark and Maggie's show who couldn't hear. They kept on muting themselves and talking about it, and I had to finally remove them.
Oh yeah,
because they were talking over it. And I felt bad for that. But wow, that last piece with the 536
pretty wild.
Holy
Isn't that
moly.
something? It's really
it was so impressive to see all the countries listed. That was just amazing.
Yeah, isn't it? Wow,
That was just really neat.
really great, really
Yeah,
great, really
this
great.
is great.
So, did anybody have a favorite piece?
I think yours.
Oh, thank you.
That was beautiful. It really was.
You know, it was really great to finally, have the right setup to be able to play from here. And man, after I heard Mark and Maggie last week, I thought, well, I could do that. I won't play a whole concert every week, but I could be part of the concert, and maybe some week I'll do a whole one. We had heard me the week before last. Claude and I were like the whole concert.
Yeah, that's great. Well, that was nice. Well, I just think it's so interesting that we heard people use so many different ways of making music virtually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's great.
It's amazing how creative the human mind can be to put all the things together. I love the Ravel piece. That was beautiful. I mean, it was neat, very neat.
Yeah.
Wonderful music, and then just the dancing everything was wonderful.
It was terrific for me because both the Bolero and the Dvorak are two of my favorites. I mean, both together, it was just wonderful.
Oh, well, they're just both really great, really great pieces. And, I thought that excerpt of the Dvorak New World Symphony was played just so beautifully. I mean, it just moved me to tears.
Same here. And the Bolero, the last time I saw it dance was at the Olympic figure skating when James Orville and Christopher Dean, they actually won a gold medal in their long program in the ice dance, dancing to Bolero.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I had found that. I did like Kovid dance or something, I did interesting searches, and I found that, and I had watched the beginning of it and I'd watched the end of it, but I had not watched it all the way through. So I didn't know that there were those interpolations of other music in there. And it was,
that was fun.
So that was
beautiful,
very creative and such interesting things. And, as somebody who, went to Juilliard for part of my education, it was also just great to, see that community and the shots of New York, because I love New
and
York.
The way they just sort of snuck in the celebs.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Right.
Just Laura Linney brushing her teeth.
Laura Linney brushing her teeth.
Right. And Bradley Whitford just on the couch and. And
I love that.
Perlman
dancing in their beds too. They were all
yes, right.
Or the girl crawling down the steps.
Yes, like the ring. Wasn't that so cool?
Yeah. It's wonderful.
Well, I was just really, really inspired by it, and seeing what people did, and I was so inspired last week to think, oh yeah, we can do concerts from home now and have them not be bad. So, I mean, that's part of it, So I'm still putting together what we're going to do next week. 2 weeks from tonight is going to be Joe Peters, who, if you have been going to the summer music concerts for a while, Joe used to live in the West Lafayette area until a couple of years ago, I think, and moved to California for family reasons. Just one of the best singer-songwriters. And I had been talking to him for months about doing something for the Virtual Music Festival. And after Mark and Maggie's show, he called me and said, okay, I think I'm set up well enough now. I got a really good mic. I got a new iPad Pro. If we can do a concert on Zoom, I can do that. So April 28th will be Joe Peters. And I'm very, very happy about that. So continue celebrating Indiana musicians. And I was so delighted to share music from our friends and my colleagues in the Indianapolis and Fort Wayne symphonies. And I can't wait to hear them again. So we're all excited about things opening up. Anything else, anybody, you want to share about your own COVID creativity, or anything you were particularly inspired or touched by, or tonight?
The whole Zoom thing has really, that's been one positive of COVID. If you can find anything that's positive about that, the way it has just exploded is incredible. I've done Zoom with my family who are spread over most of central Indiana, and then the Youth Philanthropy Committee with the foundation. And it's amazing. My own technical skills hover right around the geyser.
Yeah. Well,
I'm encouraged.
I really wanted us to, do something that would allow us to have a sense of connection and community. And once, it hit me after last week that for these Zoom events, the audio is good enough that I could play from home and other people can play from where they are. And so and also that the kind of hosting comments, I don't have to film in advance, because sometimes I'll a 2-minute welcome, I'll spend an hour and a half doing retakes. So I couldn't do that with this. I was able to spend all day fiddling around with different microphones and testing things out instead.
Great. It was a great program.
Well, I'm glad you liked it.
Indeed, yeah.
Well, I'm going to go eat some dinner.
Good.
Great to see everybody.
Have a great evening.
Okay.
Bye.
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 Bye.